because Rivo is the first. Yeah, I think we are live. So good evening everyone, and great and welcome to this program where we are going to discuss. And this is an exclusive program for IB students. Already a lot of students have joined in, but we'll still wait for a minute or so to let other people join in. So I have my esteemed panelists with me, Charles, who's a senior career counselor at Pathways Word School, Gurgaon, and then of course Brinda, who's a leading team member at Ashoka University, a top university, liberal arts university in India, based in India, uh, known all over the world, in fact. So, uh, Vinay Rastogi has already asked the question that two aspects they are wanting inputs. One is admission timetable process, and how are IB results harmonized with other boards like CBSE. My quick input, Vinay, is, and again, I'm waiting for other people to start, then we'll start in a structured manner. But Vinay, good that you asked this question. So my quick input is that a lot of things have changed. This used to happen earlier, but now if I look at Delhi University, Ambedkar University, everything is through some kind of competition. If I look at law, it is through competition, fashion design, hotel management. So since it's through competition, so their results when they're coming don't really matter right now. Yeah. So it is absolutely fine. Yeah. Charles, anything you would like to add to this?
No, it's exact what you said. Since everything comes under that competition, that entrance, national entrance uh, uh, examination, it doesn't really matter if they have a result or not before going, because at the end of the day, it's not that which is a criteria for I'll say to get in. But yes, pleasure being here. Thank you for inviting me, and let's see how we'll be able to help our student, IB student, because I do know that they have a lot of questions as far as Indian education is concerned. So it's going to be a good time together.
Vrinda, would you like to comment on this, especially like how maybe you can just quickly give a small bird eye view of Ashoka's process so we will get
Of course.
aligned.
I don't mind. All right. So, thank you, sir, for actually having me here. Secondly, thank you for the question. Now, of course, the process does not require your board marks that a lot of Indian universities are following right now. So, if I talk specifically about Ashoka University, you can actually apply without your board marks because our application process, anyways, starts a year prior. And for an IB student, in fact, it's perfect timing because your board exams are somewhere in June of your 12th, right? Which is the next year. We are starting a year prior. So if you're a class of 2025, 2024, your process already starts in the month of October. And from October, you can just apply in the first two rounds and then take it from there. I mean, you'll get to know by January if you've made it to Ashoka or not, right? And or maximum by March if you apply by the second round deadline, and after that you can just take it from there. So no, your board marks and the timelines will not be a hindrance at all, because any which ways Ashoka also takes an aptitude assessment for you, right? So if you're scared that okay, my predictors are not high and I will submit my application a little later, I'll wait for my board marks, I'll wait for my board exams, don't do that. Don't do that for yourself. We give you a benefit of the doubt based on the rest of your profile, because you are in fact submitting an entire profile. You're not giving us just a score, and any which ways a score is just a data point for us, for universities like us, and for Ashoka specifically it's just a data point, right? If that data point is not even there, we're still looking at other aspects of your application. So don't worry about your boards being late or it being a hindrance. Not at all, nothing like that.
Great, great. I think I'll just show something so that people have joined us. I think we have a decent number right now, and I'm sure more people are joining. So we'll just showcase a PPT. Rivu, if you can help me with that, and we'll just return back with my co-panelists Charles and Vinda and take on more queries. So, Rivu, if you can kindly put on the PPT, and thanks Vinda and Charles for your patience and being here. Ribu, are you putting up the PPT? So what I'm going to show right now is the moment PPT is on. Yeah, I'm going to showcase some universities, and there are some things which maybe some people have not heard of also, but they're pretty good. So we as a company, we specialize both in India and abroad, and we keep on, trying to find out hidden nuggets or things which are really good and which can help the children. Some things, some top government universities don't advertise, but the course content or the way they go about is innovative, unique, and contributes to success of the child. So I'll be sharing a lot of things. Next, yeah, next please. Yeah. We are a pure play career counseling firm. We work with schools. So a lot of schools we run career source centers. We work with students from Gulf countries also, and of course we keep on helping the career counseling ecosystem in terms of training teachers and having a lot of camps for counselors also. Next. So this is a very unique program. So this is Delhi University Cluster Innovation Center. It's called CIC. So it was set up about maybe 9 or 10 years back. You can check ducic.nic.in. They have two courses. One is BA Social Sciences and Humanities, and second is BTECH Maths and Innovation. Yeah. So what is the so this was basically set up under the Meta University system. In Cluster Innovation Center, like if you join there, so first 6 months is like at the North Campus, at the uh, at, uh, at the designated place where CIC is running. After 6 months, you can change your course or college. So it becomes like a regular thing where you can choose. You can choose psychology, you can choose journalism. So it's a very, very unique concept which Delhi University has. But surprisingly, a lot of people don't know about it. Like last year, what I heard, only 180 people applied for 40 seats. Normally in Delhi University, of a center like this, uh, maybe 10 times or 15 times people apply. Also, when this was started, I remember second year, one girl left St. Stephen's to join this center. So can you imagine? Yeah, somebody leaving St. Stephen's joining this. Why? Because this gives you flexibility to choose subjects, to choose areas which you want to take on, and you can keep on changing after 6 months. Or you can, like, if I'm continuing with psychology, I'll take psychology in second semester, psychology in third semester. I maybe one semester I can do management. So the first and the last semester are fixed. In between, I can change. So this is Delhi University. This is Cluster Innovation Center. Please check cicdu.nic.in. Next. So pretty good. I've got very good feedback about this center. And cost-wise, it will be hardly 30,000 rupees per annum. Per annum, yes. Next. Uh, in case you are a foreign student, so there's this website which is for DU. Not only for this center, even other things also. You can use a foreign student registry. So, when I talk to IB people or I go to IB schools, so there are students who are foreign students. So there's a separate foreign students registry which you can use to get into DU. Please check fsr.du.ac.in. Next. So just to repeat, so NRIs will be through the normal route, but this is for foreign students, people who have a foreign passport. University of Mumbai also is a very good university, and you have very very old colleges, good reputation like Jai Hind College, like Birla College. So lot of colleges. So and you can do BMS, BMM, good exciting courses. So if you're looking at Mumbai, you can get in here. Yeah, Mumbai University does require marks as of this year, but most probably next year onwards they will also take CUET. But Vinay Rastogi, I'll correct myself. Mumbai University does require marks, only this university, but they do it late. Like they have opened up now. Next, IIMs through an entrance, amazing courses. If you look at IIM Indoor's course, it's a mix of psychology, sociology, some bits of tech, and loads of management. And you can play around. You can choose finance, you can choose HR, you can choose various areas in management. Good placements. I've seen people, a lot of my students have got average placement around 2 lakhs per month from IIM Indoor. IIM Rohtak is also good. Please don't judge a college by its location. Yeah. So sometimes I get people from, I mean, well-heeled places, societies, and who would say, "Hey, should we send our child to Rohtak? Is it safe?" Answer: It's very safe. Why? It's a 60-acre big campus and good faculty, international tie-ups, and so on and so forth. And IIM is an IIM. Please understand that. IIM Rohtak also has a BB LLB, which is a very unique program which combines law and management and makes you ready for a career in corporate law. Next. So IIMs are through entrance, English, maths, reasoning. So if you are a foreign passport holder, then like I am in Indore, you need a minimum SAT score of 1300 or 1600. This is only for foreign passport holders. So your SAT score would be given a weightage, personal interview, and composite score, and after which merit list will be made, and you will be considered for admission. Next, UCED, very important exam for people looking at design. So IIT Mumbai B Design. Now, can I apply for this if I don't have maths? Yes, you can. Can I apply for this if I have physical education, if I have fine arts? I mean, whatever subjects. Answer is yes, you can. So UCED is a top exam, design exam for India. IIT Mumbai, IIT Guwahati, even DTU here, Triple IT Delhi. I can get in through UCED. Next. So you want to be a UI UX designer, product designer? Check out UCED. This is NIFT. So NIFT has its own exam, but again, if you're a foreign national, then 5 seats per academic program are kept across centers, are kept for foreign nationals. So SAT undergraduate or postgraduate GMAT GRE. Next, these are law schools. So this, of course, is through CLAT. Uh, so CLAT is an exam where you will be tested on English, reasoning, general knowledge, and legal aptitude. Yeah. So that is what CLAT is testing you on. If you want to check out, you can check Adda 247. You can find free mock papers and so on. But CLAT is very good for people who are looking at top law schools like National Law School Bangalore, NEJS Kolkata, Nalsar Hyderabad. AILTS is an exam for NLU Delhi. Uh, so Delhi University also now has a 5-year law. So all these places go 5-year law. Some institutions like Symbiosis, Narsimunji, they have their Alliance Bangalore, they have their own exam. Mahindra is also a very good university offering law. Mahindra has good courses on engineering side, on law side, and so on. Next, National Law School Bangalore. So foreign students can have a direct admission. So they will also need CLAT, academic record, and their command over English language. So that's it. School grade should be equivalent to 45%. Yeah, I'm sure all of you will get that. Next, DTU, which is in Delhi, a top institution in Delhi, has BTECH, and DTU now has a East Delhi campus. For last almost 7 years, they have an East Delhi campus offering you BBA, B Design, and economics also. Yeah. So DTU is seen as an engineering college, but now DTU East Delhi Center has BBA and economics also. Again, I have students who are studying there and pretty good feedback, very good feedback. Next. So a lot of institutions were established later on, like I showed you CIC, like DTU, and DTU East Delhi campus. So they seem to be pretty good in terms of professionalism, quality of service, and so on. NSUT is a very old college, very big campus at Dwarka. So they also have a BBA and B design, which anybody can look at. Do I need maths HL for BBA or like even the previous one DTU? Answer is no. You don't need maths HL. Yeah. You could have any subject combination. They're not bothered about it. Next. This is through CUET. I'll be covering CUET towards the end. So this is through CUET. Gautam Buddha University is a big university. You'll be surprised if I tell you it's a more than a 400 acres campus. It's just like an international university. It's a government university, so they've not honestly bothered about highlighting or giving full page ads and all like some private universities do. So Shashank, you can just go out and come in because other people are able to hear. So just rejoin it. You'll be able to hear us. So Gautam Buddha University is at Greater Noida. It's a huge university. I remember about 7 8 years back, my one of my students joined in for BTECH and did pretty well. Then I have somebody at my office who did his masters in psychology from there, and then I had hordes of students joining in for English honors, psychology. They have a BSc B.Ed combined program, so decent programs. You should visit it once to understand. It has very good sports facilities also. So if you're looking at playing cricket side on the side, playing football on the side, this is a great university to consider because they have like huge fields, good hostels, and so on and so forth. Next, it's known for sports also. IGDTU, it is a girls only university. It is there at Kashmiri Gate. So apart from BTech, which they are very, very good. In fact, sometimes the placements are better than IIT Delhi. Yeah. So, and they have various specialization, like you can do a BTech in AI/ML, you can do mechanical and automation engineering, you can do architecture. They also have BBA. So these three in Delhi, which is DTU, IGDTU, NSUT, 85% because they are under Delhi government. So 85% seats of this, 85% seats are reserved for Delhi residents. So you should 15% is for people from outside. Yeah. So IGDTU, DTU, these three colleges I'm just sharing. If you're looking at BBA or other courses, 85% is for Delhi residents. Next, NISCR, very, very good university for research. If you want to be a scientist, you can go for it. Next, there through competitive exams. IISCR, again, very well known for research. Various places like Kolkata, Pune, Mohali. Yeah. Next, NIFT I already shared. So fashion design, you can take specialization like fashion design, leather design, accessory design, textile design, knitwear design, and so on. Next, NID. NID again is big, I mean huge name. So you can go for a bachelor of design in communication design, product design, ceramic. But honestly, having seen a lot of students, friends, and others, so design people don't stop at one thing. They might go to other, they might latch on to other things also. Next. So just showing you top universities in India, which you should look at in case it depends on what programs you're looking. If you have a specific program in mind, you can ask me also. You can write in the chat. I'd be happy to share that with you. Next, Bangalore University. It is really missed. Some of people on the Delhi side, few people think of this, but it's a very old, good university and known for some courses. So you can look at BBA, BCA, interior design, biotechnology, and other courses. Next, though Bangalore has a lot of other private institutions also, like typically in technology because it is a technology hub for the country. Hyderabad University again is a very good university. So they have these. This is a central university. So Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Arts. They have this BSc, MSc programs which are combined. So these are these 5 year programs which you can look at. So these programs at Hyderabad University are through CUET. Next, IGRUA. So IGRUA is a top institution offering you commercial pilot training. It's a government institution, and you can join IGRUA after a competitive exam. You're tested on maths, physics, reasoning, and English, and then a pilot aptitude test is there. It's like a game you play, yeah, where you try to fly a mock plane. So IGRUA is like really the topmost institution in India, and you do an ab initio course, you'll get a BSc degree also, and you get a commercial pilot license also, CPA. So I have a student Shivangi. She just finished a couple of months back, and now she's working with Air India Express. Next, first for being a pilot, my strong suggestion is don't look outside India. It becomes very difficult for you to come back because outside getting jobs is difficult. Like in India, number of hours is less compared to a country like US or other place. You might go and do flying and get the license, but here you'll have to clear DGCA's exam. One, second, uh, generally the process is not easy because DGCA takes time for approvals and so on and so forth. So for commercial pilot, you should stay in India rather than going outside India. ISA Kolkata is a top institution for statistics. You can get into market research, consulting, various careers after statistics. Next, Chennai Mathematical Institute, top institute for maths in Chennai. You can do maths, even physics honors, or even a specialization in computer science if you're interested. But very, very reputed institution. Like we talk of St. Stephen's here, SRCC. Similarly, this would be talked about in Chennai. Next, Ambedkar University, very well known for humanities courses. So you could look at social science and humanities general bachelor. They have a BBA program also. One can take up pol science, psychology majors, economics major, and so on. So all these majors are available here. It's a pure play humanities university and done very well. I remember initially when they started, so case study method being used, videos being used in classrooms. So a lot of good methodologies for an Indian university, and they've done well. Next. Next, please. NDRA, good for dairy technology. Next, which is the big area in India. Good for entrepreneurs also. Yeah. Cochin Institute of Science and Technology, good for various areas. They have, like, of course, BTECH courses. Apart from that, BBA, BCom, and now vocational course also in business process and data analytics. Next. Gujarat University, again missed by a lot of people in Delhi, but very, very good, safe city, first of all. So if you go to Ahmedabad, you'll realize a very safe city. So they have some very exciting courses like BSc Fire and Safety, you know. So you can work with the government fire department or big companies also where, like I remember going to NTPC, so they would hire such people. Of course, they have other like artificial intelligence, AI, dental science, so all these courses also. Next. Forensic sciences, a lot of people ask me. This is the topmost university in India for forensic sciences. You can go for a BTECH, you can go for a BSc, MSc, you can go for a BBA also. I'm sure some of you would have seen CID and got enthused about forensic sciences. So maybe if you're looking at, you can do a bachelor's in India and then go outside to do your master's and specialize. Next. Narenji, you can look at, there's one institute in Ahmedabad also. I'll just tell you, there's a design school in Ahmedabad. Ribu, just see if you can add Vikram also to the stream. I'll just tell you, I will forward the name. Ahmedabad University, Anant National University. Narenji, you can look at Anant. I'm just writing in the chat. National University also. So I just wait for like I'll go back and show you some more. But at this point, Charles, I would ask you. So, what are the typical questions from students, and generally, like, what careers people are chatting about? So, what is happening? What is the general scene?
Actually, when you were going through the slides and even during the opening remarks from Brenda, uh, question that student used to ask me actually have been answered, and I'm going to share that with you. Talking specifically about our institution, the students are always worried knowing that Ashoka is very selective and they wait always to have the best of predicted grade to apply. So I know of, for example, this passing grade 12 student who purposely refused to apply to Ashoka because their PG weren't good. They were thinking, oh, we are not going to make it because Ashoka is that much selective. So I was happy to hear that no, even the PGs are not are not even looked upon because it is in a holistic manner that yes, they are judged. Another thing is that, and that comes from unfortunately not the student but the parent community, is that and that is you, Jitin, who said it. It's judging the college by its location. Unfortunately, I deal quite a lot with that. It is unfortunate because, yes, we are in Delhi, we are in the capital city. So when it comes to other places, smaller towns, smaller cities, cities that we don't really fly in or we don't really go, we have always that was apprehension. I remember when we were, I guess, 3 months ago, we were together in Mohali at Plaksha. Some of some of the kids ask me, "Sir, how's Mohali? Is that okay? Is it fine?" I say, "I enjoy. I like it. They have big roads. There is no traffic jam." So yes, these are kind of questions that come, and most importantly is uh, those kids who are not having a foreign passport, for example, having a green card. And in fact, I wanted to ask you, because when you started the slide, you were mentioning about those the people who are having foreign passport. A student who is having, for example, a green card, a US green card, where does he stand? Which category does he stand? He stand as a foreigner, or what is the category? And in fact, Verinda can come in also, because I do have those students, and we don't really know, or they don't really feel confident applying, because then, oh no, I'm going to be considered as foreigner, and so forth. And yes, another question which comes very often is, can my child, having done IB, go to any government school, or can my child present himself to any, I'll say, national entrance test? And that is the main point where student parent every time come again and again, asking. Yes.
Fine, fine. So great. I think that's good sharing. Just two questions. Sahan is asking, which is a good University of Finance. One, under Delhi University, you have Sukhdev College of Business Studies, which is really uh, good for finance, and they have a course which has been going for last almost 24 years. No, sorry, more than 30 years now. So that is Sukhdev College of Business Studies, and even you can check out Narsimonji and others. So they also have uh, a specialization in finance, Narsimonji, Christ, and so on. Aparna, which slide? So maybe we'll just quickly take a couple of minutes, and then I'll ask the slides to be put on again. If you can meanwhile share like which slides, so I'll be happy to share that. Okay. And then next is yeah. So Vrinda, thanks for coming, and if you can share one about Ashoka University, like why do people join Ashoka University? I mean, what is it that draws them to Ashoka? Second, very important, how is the selection process? And
Okay.
as Charles said, even I had people, and I don't know. One of my students was sharing that there are now people who are training students to apply for Ashoka separately. You know, so
Yeah.
there are organizations which are there who are just training only for Ashoka. I mean,
Yeah.
I was very surprised. Yeah. So so please tell us like what is really happening? What is the ground scene like? And if I'm
Sure.
a student or if I'm a parent, a lot of parents are watching this right now. So how do we guide our children right from a young age in case they're looking at a top level arts university?
Sure. I think before I start, let me just break a few myths. First of all, both of you are making us sound very difficult to enter. Guys, we are selective, but we're not impossible. Number one, right? It is not impossible to get into Ashoka. Of course, we've had 4,000, almost 4,000 plus students graduating from Ashoka in the past 10 years. I mean, we've just celebrated our 10-year anniversary, so yay. And our 10th batch came in last year, which was my biggest class size of 760 students. So 760 students did make it to Ashoka, right? So of course, but I will not deny that we're not selective. We are selective, and our funnel is going up every year, but we're not impossible to get into, right? So let's just start with that. Secondly, I'm going to touch upon something very important that Jitin sir just said. You are getting, I think, connected with people who are saying that they'll train you for Ashoka aptitude or the Ashoka applications. Nobody can train you for an aptitude assessment. I'm sorry. Especially the Ashoka aptitude assessment. Please do not take training from anywhere, because it's critical thinking and logical reasoning. Either you have it or you don't have it. It's as simple as that. Also, if you don't do well in the aptitude assessment, we do overlook it and we do look at other aspects of your application, and we might just shortlist you for an interview as well after that, right? So it's okay. You don't have to take any trainings for the Ashoka aptitude assessment. You can actually do it on your own. Just think. Okay. Now, let's begin with introducing Ashoka first. So, I hope a lot of you are aware of what Ashoka University is. If not, let me just give you a very small brief about it. So, Ashoka University started in the year 2014. That's when our first batch of undergraduate students came in. Recently, we've celebrated our 10 years. This month itself. My 10th batch came in this year, in fact. We are based out of Sonipat. We give degrees in B honors and BSc honors. However, the base of these degrees is not your regular B honors and BSc honors that you get in regular government universities. We are, in fact, a liberal education university wherein you have the freedom to study what you would want to study and not what you have to study. Your boxes of arts, commerce, and sciences do not exist, right? You can basically break the box and study whatever you'd want to study. So, for example, a humanities student can still get up and say, I want to do a BSc in biology or chemistry. Or a commerce student can say, okay, I don't want to do just economics, I want to do economics and finance together. So there's an interdisciplinary major, and you can take entrepreneurship with it. So basically, you have an understanding of economics, financial markets, and entrepreneurial leadership. So you basically get a taste of everything together in your 4 year degree. A science student can get up and say, I don't want to do BTECH, which is perfectly fine. You can just simply say that, okay, I just want to focus on physics, or I just want to focus on chemistry, or I just want to focus on computer science. And you can study just those subjects with other subjects of your choices. For example, I have students at Ashoka who are doing physics and economics together, physics and philosophy together. We have an astronomy minor at Ashoka. We have students who are doing biophysics, who are doing biochemistry, who are doing, in fact, the most interesting combinations that I've heard of are biology and history together, right? Because Ashoka's fortunately also home for a few centers. One of them being Trivedi School of Biosciences, right? Which is working on synthetic biology, which is working on immunization, which is working on multiple different things. And I'm only naming one right now because that's what I can think of on top of my head at the moment. But there are multiple such centers working in research, and Ashoka's coming up with more such research opportunities for everyone who comes into Ashoka. In fact, you begin with foundation courses, you go on to your majors, minors, you have co-curriculars, and there's a fourth year, which is in fact called the research year. You can start your research from your second year onwards, and then go on completing it by the fourth year, right? And luckily, we've had students who've gone directly to their PhDs right after the fourth year. They didn't have to do anything in the middle, right? Because the research was so strong that universities accepted them as PhD students. All right. Now, interdisciplinarity. Like I said, students study a lot of disciplines together. So when I say interdisciplinarity, all disciplines work together. A lot of students might not know this, but your basic things around you. Political science and maths are directly connected. Votes, they're counted, right? You've got biology and history that I'm talking about. Archaeology works with carbon dating. That's history and biology put together. Um, Psychology and English are connected. If you are a therapist, if you're somebody working in the world of HR, maybe that comes out of psychology, you will still need communication skills. You will still need an understanding of literature, right? So why not? Because this structure that Ashoka works in does not work with just the name of a particular degree. It actually works with the concept of knowledge building, with understanding your concepts and applying them in the real world, right? Now, because the overall structure is so dynamic, of course the application process has to be dynamic. It has to cater to every single person individually and has to look at your uniqueness, right? Which is why the application process is in three parts. Number one, your application form. Second is your aptitude assessment and an on the spot essay. And the third is an interview. Now let's break it down. Application form, five major heads. You've got your personal information. We're looking at your academic journey, 10th, 11th, and 12th. We're looking at two essay questions where we sort of understand how you think. Then you've got extracurriculars, co-curriculars, which don't necessarily have to be very expensive. They don't have to be some internship or some extracurricular that is just an international level extracurricular. No, we're looking for something that actually defines you as a person, right? So if you've just taught yourself how to cook and bake, please put that in your application, and that will be enough. Okay. And then after that, there is an LOR section wherein, I mean, Charles can enter when we talk about an LOR, which is a letter of recommendation, which can either come from your school, it can come from somebody that has taught you, a coach, anyone, basically who knows you in a personal capacity, right? So that's the application form, followed by an aptitude assessment and on the spot essay. Like I said, critical thinking, logical reasoning. And the on the spot essay is basically 30 minutes, and you have to give us, and we give you two prompts. You answer one of them to the best of your ability, and that's it. Then you're done. We shortlist you on the basis of these three, which is your application form, the aptitude assessment, and the on the spot essay, and you go in for an interview. If you get shortlisted, the interview as well as the other parts of the process are online, right? So you just take a slot, 15 to 45 minutes. A panel will actually come and interview you, understand you, because it's just called an interview for the lack of a better word. It's just a conversation. Like, this is a monologue, this is just me talking, but that'll actually be a conversation where they'll try to understand you. They'll take probably pointers from your form, and that's it. That's all you need to do. And after that, your job here is done. One aspect about Ashoka that you should know, if in case I have any Haryana students here, we have a process called Haryana domicile. I think fees and financial aid will come to later, but I just want to mention this Haryana domicile. If in case you have questions, put them in the chat box. Then there is something called, which is a direct 25% off on your tuition fee. Ashoka happens to be one of the biggest philanthropic initiatives in the country, so we've given a huge amount of fee waiver in the past 10 years. In fact, last year, 78 crores were raised to make sure that anybody and everybody who deserves an Ashoka education can also afford it. And third is a merit cum means scholarship for the sciences, which is pure sciences. So if you have any further questions about that, just put them in the chat box and I'm done.
So, people, any questions about Ashoka University, please ask now and we can discuss. Uh, I'm sure some of you would have seen the Ashoka University's website and understood how it goes about it, how you can select your majors, minors, you know. So, still, if you have any other questions, you can ask now. Uh, and Yeah, so Charles, when it comes to students choosing universities, what is it that like what kind of questions do they have? What is it that they come and talk about? And sometimes I'm sure people would be asking between India and abroad also, that how do I look at which is a major thing. So what is your take, and what do you say that how one should plan it out, and uh, how step by step how one can go about it?
Actually, yes. My school, for example, has this history of having majority of its student going for foreign institution, foreign education. However, since I came in, I'm trying my best to promote, I will say, Indian education, Indian institution. The reason is simple, is just because I have for several years now, I've been traveling towards university, visiting them, interacting with faculties, and I have come to the understanding that actually the grass is not that much greener the other side. You just have to open your eyes and see that there are exactly what you are looking at, what you are looking for here, right in front of you, but just that maybe it's not highlighted. I was taking notes during the presentation that Jitin was making in the beginning of a of a session, because some of them answer directly some queries that I have. And yes, you just need to research, you just need to have those information. So, uh, as I said, I'm trying to promote Indian education. And in fact, Thursday, we had a Indian University Fair. That's the first one that Pathway School, Gurgaon, has ever made, where we call in 35 Indian universities. Ashoka was there. Vrinda, no, but our colleague Ashish was with us. And I was amazed at the response, the way kids actually interacted with the universities. Above all, I was amazed at the number of parents who came. I was having that fear. I was supposed to do that this last October, November, but I was fearing that nobody will show up. But on Thursday, I was surprised. For 2 hours, we literally had to stop to say, okay, it is over, we have to stop it. So that shows that there is somewhere uh, a click which has happened where people start looking at, oh, what do we have in India? And I have parents coming and asking me, yes, we have that plan of sending our child to the US, but we are thinking, isn't it better if he does undergrad here and maybe for the postgrad he can go abroad? What are the options that we have? Or they will come with already those options, which mainly are the main, I will say, Indian universities. So they come with those options, and then we discuss. On Thursday during this session, I have one of the girl that I mentor. She has been constantly planning to go to the US. And Thursday, after, in fact, speaking with Ashish, she came to me and said, "So I don't want to go to US anymore. I guess what I need is here in India, and I will stay here in India." So I asked, "Are you sure about what you're telling?" She said, "Yes, because what I was looking for is here. So I don't want to go anymore." So I believe the more we'll start showcasing what we have in hand, in house, to a student or to student of those, I will say, foreign curriculum, the more we'll showcase that, the more the click will happen in the mind and we'll start looking at. Uh, we had a session and I was explaining to a student that, look, right now, everybody is looking at going abroad to study, to settle. But let me tell you something, because all the reports, everything point out to that. 10, 15 years down the line, everybody will come to India, either to work or to study. So I don't see why you want to go abroad, but yes, I can't stop you. Uh, and I take my own example. I say, look,
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah,
foreigner.
yeah.
I'm a foreigner in your country, trying hard
Yes,
to make you stay in
yes.
your country. So
Now,
I
if I
take
tell
my
you about
own example
Charles,
and I tell them, yeah,
yeah, yeah,
I tell
amazing,
them,
amazing.
come,
Charles,
stay here because there is potential here. I have seen India changing over the last decade. It's amazing what I have seen 10 years. 10 years ago, it's not the same India. It's something completely different. And that it it has to be pointed out because it is a repercussion of what India is becoming, but also we can see it in the education sector.
absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely,
Mhm.
absolutely. I think that great, great, amazing sharing, Charles. Okay, quick questions. I think we all can answer. Shashank is asking, I'm interested in law for my son. So, Shashank, as I shared earlier, NLS Bangalore, NUGS Kolkata, NALSA, here NLU Dwarka in Delhi. Delhi University has a 5 year thing. So, you can look at law at any of these places, and you can also look at private institutions like Symbiosis, Narsimon, Mahindra University, and so on. So most of like all of them are through entrance. So Shashank, it is all through entrance. So your child should be preparing for law through entrance. So you can look at CLAT Possible, Career Launcher. These are people who prepare online as well as offline. You could, if you want to look at just a mock test thing, then Adda 247. So that's good.
Mm.
Could you get some clarity on the Haryana domicile mentioned by Miss Tandon?
Yeah. All right. So Haryana domicile, basically, it's a certificate that you can get if you are a Haryana student, born there, or you have family lineage there, or anything. You can just find out what the criteria are for Haryana domicile. So every university in Haryana can exercise it differently. But for us at Ashoka University, it's a direct 25% off on tuition fee. So whatever tuition fee will be the year your child joins in, no questions asked. If they have a confirmed offer of admission from us, all you need to do is present the Haryana domicile certificate to us, or if you've just applied for it, the application number of it, and we'll be happy to give you the Haryana domicile benefit.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. And again, the domicile thing, are pathway student eligible for Haryana domicile? So it's not that you're studying at pathways. It is more of where you are a resident from.
Exactly.
Yes,
So domicile in case of Haryana would be where you're a resident from. Your Aadhaar card where it has been made, some
yes.
documentation. Sachin is asking, does a SAT score help Indian passport holders for admission into any of the Indian universities, especially Ashoka? SAT score.
Uh, if you have a SAT score, great. If you don't have a SAT score, please don't give it specifically for Ashoka. And I actually have my heads on record telling you, please don't give an SAT specifically for Ashoka. Like I've told you, you're submitting your predicted scores and you're sitting for the Ashoka aptitude assessment. If we need a data point of your score, we'll take these two. We'll take the higher of the two any which ways, right? If there is a SAT score that you've given for other universities, please add in the score. If you don't have it, don't give it specifically for Ashoka.
But I believe even other university, it's not a mandate. It's not mandatory.
Yeah.
Like you said, if you have it, yes, they will add it to your profile. If you don't, it's not really going against your application. So yes.
Absolutely. So Vrinda, Shashank had asked, I'm studying law in Ashoka. Ashoka, you don't have law.
No,
No.
the students who are
Ashoka doesn't
aspiring
do
for
law.
law, no. So at Ashoka, the students who are aspiring for law, their backup
Shashank, if you,
becomes political science and international relations together. So
Mhm.
they move towards policy making, but we don't have a law degree at Ashoka. I'm sorry, I don't have a BLL.
you are- so Shashank, if you're looking still at nearby, Ashoka's Padosi is OP Jindal. So, so they
That's why
have.
I was moving my finger like that. Look, view the other side.
Yeah,
I, no, but OP Jindal is fine for law, and we get good this thing. So I thought I'll just share. Rajdeep, we discussed this earlier. I think you might have joined slightly late. So आज की डेट में like for nowadays academic IB like academic calendar doesn't matter because largely 99% is through entrance exams. So if I'm an Indian student, I'm applying for law, then CLAT. If I'm applying for management, then IPMAT, like I'm Indore and others. If I'm applying for Delhi University, Ambedkar University, JNU, and all 200 university, then CUET. So it is through entrance exam. So if board results, when they're coming, why they're coming, nothing. It doesn't matter at all. So Rajdeep, that's how it is. Uh, what you are speaking used to happen 3 years back. Now everything has changed. It is all through entrance exams. Shweta is asking, I'm looking for BTECH in food tech. Where are the best options for my daughter? Again, it is Ashoka's Padosi, and this is NIFTEM. Vrinda, you know about NIFTEM? So NIFTEM is there, which is a national institute. You're on mute.
I've heard of it.
It's very close
Yeah,
to you guys.
yeah, yeah.
So NIFTEM is the top government institution. It is the topmost government institution for food technology. It's again located in Kudli, Sonipat. Sonipat is a hotspot right now for a lot of universities. And some people like me who love land, though I don't have money to buy too much. But anyway, so food technology is a good option, especially if you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to work with top multinational like Pillsbury, Unilever, Nestle, and so on. So IACPT is there down south. You can look at surprisingly a BA, a Bachelor's in Science program at Bhaskaracharya College in Delhi University, and Rajguru, which is also a BSc in Food Technology. So all these options are there, which you can look for. Of course, there are private universities also offering it. Richa, for bachelor's degree for economics and finance, as I said earlier, for finance it is Delhi University Sukhdev College of Business Studies. It's a BBA Finance and Investment Analysis. Narsimhanji Mumbai has BSc Finance. Christ has Eco and Finance together. Uh, and then, okay, I get into an IIMs like I'm Indore, I'm Rohtak, and others. I can choose finance as a specialization there also. So that way also it's a good option.
We have economics and finance. Hello.
Ashoka has economics and finance. My apologies. Ashoka has economics and
Just saying.
finance combination.
It's an
Definitely.
interdisciplinary major for us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. IB students lose out on admission because no, there's no. I think Aparna, Rajdeep. I think we have talked about this so many times. There's no problem of IB results coming at whatever time. Why? Because right now results are not being used by Indian universities. Please understand. Yeah. So an Indian university like Delhi University, Ambedkar University, IP University, they are taking admission. They are giving you admission on basis of CUET. CUET. Of course, you will submit your results as a qualifying thing, but I think by that time your results will come. So don't worry about it at all. Yeah. And still, if you have any queries or anything, so you can connect with us, and we'll be happy to connect. And maybe some of you are confused and not knowing which side to go. So that is what I do on a day in and day out basis. I keep on doing career counseling, and I have a team of 30 people here sitting with me at Southex office. So just be in touch. Design colleges, Sachin, the best in India is NID Ahmedabad. I also showcased IIT Mumbai, which is through UCEED exam. You can check out Shrishti is quite decent. Uh, Plaksha is not really a design college. I would call them a tech plus, tech entrepreneurship kind of college. They are. Shrishti is good, but uh, I have got good feedback about Anand National University also. Uh, Delhi, thoda sa be aware about things. There are colleges where the degree might be an issue and so on. So be aware of those issues also. So sometimes the degree is from outside India and it is not recognized in India, and that might be a challenge because even later on you want to apply for a master's in India, you want to go for civil services, you want to stand up as an MP, and there are politicians who have been blasted because they didn't have the correct degree. So take up a. So I keep on telling people, even if when the college is not offering you a recognized degree, you take it from Delhi University School of Open Learning. You know, even if the college is good and so on. But of course, for a specific thing, you can be in touch with us. I mean, we have been there in this for last 24 years, and we keep on researching, analyzing. Sahan City, sorry, is asking a student studying in IB board uh, as their teaching methods are application based. I need to know whether Indian University teaching method will match. Vrinda, I think you should answer this question that IB board teaching, Indian University teaching method. Please answer.
Okay, guys. So the thing is that in a liberal education setup that Ashoka comes from, we match exactly with the IB teaching methodology
Yeah,
because the pedagogy is absolutely same, and I think Charles can help you out here.
I agree
Uh,
with that. Yeah.
right? Because in a classroom setup, there's no rote learning. Nobody has to mug up anything. You just have to simply understand and apply everything. And most of all, you're given reading material prior to your class, just like an IB board. You come to a classroom of not more than 20 students. A major classroom is not more than 20 students, and you come and you discuss. You understand other opinions. You sort of create your own opinion there and then finally go outside a classroom with more understanding or curiosity, right? So an IB student will actually fit directly into this structure. So yeah, no, there's no difference in terms of pedagogy, or you will not be able to, you know, work around it. You'll work exactly around it. Don't worry about it.
I believe
Great.
where the difference will come is at the level of entrance test. I believe maybe the curriculum on from which those tests are taken might be slightly different from the IB curriculum. However, it's not like it's not possible for them to prepare for it, and I don't think that there will be an issue whatsoever in terms of how the classes are conducted, especially with Ashoka and all the other major
Right?
universities. Yeah,
Because the thing is that these are not so, like for a university like ours, it's not an entrance exam. It's an
exactly.
aptitude assessment, right?
Mm.
An aptitude assessment will always come from a place of reasoning, will always come from a place
Yeah,
of critical thinking and understanding, right?
yeah.
We will not give you direct questions as to what happened in history in whatever AD. That's not going to
Mm.
happen. We will give
Yeah.
you logical reasoning questions so that we can understand how your brain functions. And if
Mhm.
you'll be able to become part of the ongoing rigor, the academic rigor, because liberal education sounds all fun and games. But trust me on this one, the academic rigor is strong, is very strong.
Mhm.
So we just need to understand if you'll be able to do it or not. Which is why
Mhm.
there's an aptitude assessment and no entrance exam.
We got two more questions on the same thing. Do other universities also have similar teaching methods? So, guys, in the government scheme of things, so CICDU, I would say, I would appreciate them. Ahmedabad University, Triple IT Delhi, NID Ahmedabad. Priya University, Flame University. So yeah, so there are a lot of good universities which have Plaksha I should mention. Yeah,
Mhm.
we went to Plaksha and Charles. We were together. We had a nice time also. Good eating stuff also. I will not tell all of you. Everyone will go and eat somewhere. I feel so hungry in the evening. I don't know. Is it with you also, Charles? I don't know why evening I keep on feeling hungry. Or is it cult
I,
fitness dance? Cult dance fitness which does this to me.
maybe.
Guys,
Anyway,
over in Punjab, Punjab's food is supposed to be the best.
yes.
It is the best.
It
I
is.
like Punjabi food. Yes.
Sorry.
Yes, so Plaksha had good food also, apart from other things, and very humble people. I remember we were going in and sitting down during lunchtime, and the VC comes very
Yeah.
silently and just, without drawing any attention, he stands on the side, chats up with us, and sits on the side. And I was told it's a regular feature, so anybody can chat up with him, and students can talk to him, and so on. So these universities have been established with a certain, I would say, objective in mind, and a lot of people who are behind these universities are people who have spent years at corporates in India, outside India, who are running amazing startups and so on. So if you look at the genesis of universities, like look at Ahmedabad University, for instance, it's a
I agree with
80-year-old
you.
trust from Ahmedabad who has started it. So if the cultural ethos, if the all the people who are behind the university, if the ethos is amazing, if like they're planning out something amazing, they want to contribute. They have managed to get a good body of knowledge around them in terms of professionals who have been in teaching, learning, who have been on the corporate side. So then I think the impact is good. So that is where these universities are. So definitely you can bank upon these universities. I strongly advocate, I strongly suggest to all the parents to start visiting universities. If you don't visit, you'll go by your perceptions. Like for some courses, Jamia Millia Islamia in Delhi is very good. And not only now, I've been advocating about it from last 17, 18 years and so on. Why? Because it's a good, decent place and somehow they've got a lot of funds for auditoriums and this and that. And for some courses like BTECH, B architecture, psychology honors, they've done amazing. I have literally, I remember one HR head of a company, his daughter, I literally took the HR head and the daughter on a tour of that place and I had to push at that time. And similar push I had to do when I am Indore started, I am Rohtak started. Why? Because sometimes, we might judge, hey, it is Rohtak. Why do we send
Mhm.
a child to Rohtak? Because guys, you don't have space in Delhi. You give me a 60-acre campus in Delhi, I'll make a good university for all your children. Yeah. So though somebody got interested and I keep on saying like this. Somebody has a 70-acre thing in Chhatarpur and he said, why not? Anyway, so but on a serious note, so there are amazing places in India which we need to check out. So parents and students, please visit universities. Till the time you don't visit, you'll not be able to decide. Not by asking Sharma uncle, Gupta auntie, and so on. You know,
Mhm.
you cannot ask them and you cannot finalize by asking people. Please go and visit. All the universities invite you. Sarkari universities are very nice and humble people. They will not even bother. You can just enter inside and go and chat up with people. Yeah. I hope people are not listening from there, but anyway. So that's how it is. I think we have spent a lot of time. Any last comment, Charles, you want to have, like you want to pass on to all the students and parents who are listening?
Yeah, I believe it's on the essence, on the basis of what we discussed all through the last 60 minutes, is that grass is not greener the other side. We have good institution in India. We have amazing professor. We have amazing places here. And you can have a degree which is worldwide recognized, starting in India, irrespective to the board, to the curriculum that you to go to. Uh, I will advocate what you just said. Visit universities, because you and me we visit universities to be able to suggest them to a student. Visit universities, go discuss with deans, meet them, meet professors, and then you will come to understand why these people are saying yes. We should look at Indian universities first. I believe that's the essence. What I want to add. I want to finish with that.
Vrinda, your
Right.
comments,
Thank
please.
you so much. I think it
Mhm.
was indeed a pleasure talking to both of you today and answering questions. Thank you so much. This is a lot of fun. But some last minute things. I'm just gonna take cue from the both of you. Indian universities had a perception of not giving your child the freedom to study, in a way that they would learn.
Mm.
But the national education policy questioned it, and it has changed it
Mm.
immensely. Most of your courses today are 4-year programs, right? We have been a 4-year program since our inception. Since 10 years, I mean, we are the oldest, I think, one of the oldest 4-year programs in India, right?
Mm.
Secondly, you want to go abroad because you want to stay away and grow up a little bit and have that freedom to be yourself. You're actually coming away from home because most of these universities are residential campuses,
Mm.
right? You want to go away from home because you want to live the way you want. A lot of you don't even go back home from a residential campus after 6 months. First 6 months, you're like homesick and you want to go back home and everything. After that, you don't really go back home, and most of all, at least your parents are happy and content with the fact that you're not very far from home. You're still
Mm.
approachable, right? Secondly, the costing of it, right?
Mm.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to address the elephant in the room. The costing of a foreign degree is going to be very high, and the ROI is very low.
Mm.
Because if you're interested in something like creative writing and English, you go to a Berkeley for a creative writing and English course, it will cost you somewhere, and Jatin sir, you can correct me if I'm wrong, it'll cost you somewhere around 3.5 to 4 crores, because Berkeley is expensive. You stay in India, you come to a university like Ashoka, and if you actually get a financial aid, without financial aid, we're about 44 lakhs. With financial aid, you can come down to as much as, I don't know, if your parents are earning around 20, I mean, 22 to 88 to 38 lakhs after taxes, you'll come down to somewhere about 6.5 for per year, right? In fact, we have this grid on our website. Go on the website and check. So it is affordable. It is world class education because of the professors here. I mean, I have professors who've studied at Yale, taught at MIT, are still teaching at MIT as a visiting professor, and are teaching at Ashoka full time. I have professors who've done double PhDs from Harvard University in biology and psychology and are teaching at Ashoka. I have professors who have done their masters in economics and, in fact, are known as. So, I'm talking about Ashwini Deshpande. She's one of the only decorated economists in the country today, female economist. She's heading the economics department at Ashoka. Rudranshu Mukherjee, who's running Ashoka, is basically the chancellor of Ashoka, is one of the most world class rated historian in the world. Finally, if I have to talk about the vice chancellor of Ashoka, he's an astrophysicist. He's somebody who's worked with NASA and has worked with ISRO. He's worked on Chandrayaan 3. So you're getting world class education and professors and amenities and the whole freedom concept of growing up and everything and affordability in the same time in India. Then why would you want to spend triple the amount of money, 10 times amount of money, and go out and get a degree which is not even going to give you a return on investment? Makes no sense, right? So you can,
Great.
I mean, giving you facts and numbers now, you can take your pick however you want to go. So these are my last ones.
Great, great, great.
Thank you.
So I think it was amazing having both of you, Charles and Vrinda. And I mean, honestly, I thought initially that we would speak for maybe half an hour, 40 minutes, and we'll be done away with it. And there was a tremendous interest from the audience also. People, I should appreciate all of you, and you have been there through and through. Of course, if you want to connect with us, then our numbers are available here. And I really enjoyed the discussion, and I think all of you got something of value. I'm happy because of that. But still, let's stay in touch and let's help our young people be more successful, whether they go for India or abroad. I mean, we as an organization, I play the balancing act. I have got my Indian division also and study abroad also, and we encourage people to apply on both sides. In fact, almost 40% people apply for both Indian and abroad. That if I get top Indian university, I'll stay here. Otherwise, I'll go abroad. So, with this, I wish you all the best, and thanks, Charles, and thanks, Brinda, for spending
Thank
time
you.
with us all.
Thank you.
And we'll
Thank you
continue
so
the
much.
series, guys. We'll keep on coming out with new sessions. So, thanks for attending. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye, Charles.